All right, let's get more details about this weekend's Vooma Vaccination campaign. And of course, we heard the President earlier on talking about this particular campaign. And we speak to the program manager, Gaurang Tanna, to tell us more on this. A very good afternoon to you, Gaurang. Thanks so very much for being with us, sir.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're most welcome. Let's start by talking targets. I mean, just how many people are you, aiming to or hoping to vaccinate this coming weekend?
So we don't have a particular number in mind, but I think the notion behind Vooma Weekend is that we want to try and create as many opportunities for people that find it hard to vaccinate during weekdays, to also vaccinate during during weekends. We have quite a large number of sites open across the country, and we want our people to really go out and get jabbed at a time convenient to them, the Saturday and Sunday. Some sites will be open on Sunday too.
Yeah. Do you find that these sites have been quite full? I know that there have been some of these drives before. How have you, for lack of a better word, performed the last few times that you've had this particular campaign?
So with the first Vooma Weekend, we've had quite a reasonable uptick. So we were on a downward tick, and with the Vooma Weekend we had then, we changed that trajectory to an upward tick. So it certainly made a huge difference in some parts of the country, more than other parts of the country. But overall too, there was quite an impact, and there was an impact both across insured population, uninsured population, and overall.
Yeah. At this rate, though, would you say that we are on track to, I believe, the vaccination percent that you'd like to reach by the end of 2021 is sitting at about 70%? And I'm wondering, looking at where we are right now, do you think that we will make it, obviously, with the help of the Vooma Weekend campaigns, but also in general, in terms of the adult population of South Africa actually going to go get the jabs, whether it is on the weekend or during the week? I mean, where are we right now? It seems that it went, it reached a sort of peak, I suppose, and then now it's kind of slowed down. And I wonder if, how I'm seeing it is the reality of how it is.
Yeah, so look, generally in any health program, you tend to see the eager population coming first, and you get those high numbers, and then it becomes progressively more and more difficult in any health program. So this is obviously not desirable, but not totally unexpected. I think from a target point of view, we still hope to get to the 70%. We don't think we'll get to 70% in all provinces, and we certainly don't think we'll get to that 70% in all age bands. But we're hoping that certainly in the most vulnerable age band, the 50+ population, we hopefully get to the 70%. We're already at 63.5% in the 60+ population. Yeah. And in some provinces, Western Cape, Free State, and Eastern Cape, for example, we're in the high 40s, so we're close to 50% there. We're certainly optimistic that in some parts of the country we're certainly going to get to the 70%, but we may not in all parts. And this is why we really would like to call on people of South Africa to please use this opportunity, get vaccinated at any public site. You can even get vaccinated at a private site. You don't need to make any payments. It's free at the point of care. Government pays for the vaccine for the uninsured people in South Africa, and really we want everybody to join the queues certainly this weekend, but even into November and December.
Maybe then you can, this is the right time for you to tell us then where, you would then be setting up. I mean, I hear you talking about, people can go to private institutions as well as public. So maybe just for the sake of those who are perhaps wanting to or planning to go this weekend, maybe you can give us a picture of where should one then go. I know it was some of the pharmacists, some of the popular pharmacists and so forth. Maybe you can take us through that list so people can figure out, which is closer for them to perhaps access.
Yeah, so to make this relatively easy for people, we do update vaccination site lists on the SA Coronavirus website. Yeah. And we have made a separate list available for the Vooma Weekend, so people know exactly which sites are going to operate over this weekend. The list also indicates operating hours, so people can just look up their local municipality, their district, and actually find a site near to them.
I just want to disturb you there. You know, you talk about a website and online. The reality is that a lot of South Africans don't in fact have access to that, and some of them can't in fact you know, they're not even literate in that way to perhaps be able to access a computer, to be able to check the details. So I think when I'm asking my question, I really am in particular asking for the people that can't necessarily access that. I think the people that can know what to do at this stage. So my question really to you is about for those who can't and don't perhaps have that access, if you can please indulge me on that.
Sure. So our provincial colleagues have various methods of communication to inform the people they serve, district officers particularly, and they disseminate this information through various media platforms. Community radio certainly play a huge part in this. A couple of print media have also supported this initiative. So there are various platforms we're using, but it differs in different districts.
All right. Thanks, Gaurang, for talking to us here on SABC News. We certainly do appreciate your time and the work you're doing.
Thank you very much.
All right, that is Gaurang Tanna talking to us, of course, about the Vooma Vaccination Weekend campaign, which, of course, starts again tomorrow. So you can certainly get all that information. We'll have it for you as well on all the SABC radio stations, as well as here on SABC News. And for those who can access online, you can certainly get that information there. So that's the campaigns program manager who's talking to us just now, Gaurang Tanna, giving us an update as to what you can expect this weekend and certainly where to go. Let's take a short